All right, here we go. And actually, we're not supposed to be there. We are here. There we go. Greenest. All right.
Somebody's picture hidden.
Yeah, Barry just turned his video off.
Yep.
That's fine.
And welcome back to the Legacy of Mythal campaign. So last week was another close battle where the heroes found the hatchery and its defenders. And in the end, they killed the various defenders, including a monstrosity, the rock-skinned and many-tentacled roper, a half-ogre who had taken over Signrath's position, and various kobolds and berserkers. And then they destroyed the black dragon eggs and headed back to Greenest. And that's where we find them, waking up the next morning in the Green Goddess Inn with the smells of freshly baked rye bread, sharp cheese, a thick wheat porridge, and beer and ale bringing people to the breakfast table. So you're all gathered around a large table near the fireplace as Governor Nighthill walks in the door with Leosin. And they come over and greet you and sit down at the table. All right. So I did it so well right off the bat last week. Now I can't do my Southern accent.
I said, what can't you do, Leosin?
Yeah. So Governor Nighthill sits down. He's like, looks like y'all got a little bit of rest there. How you feeling?
Tired,
Much better.
rested.
Yes, much better. Thank you.
Hungry.
Exhausted.
And all the food and drink is brought to the table. And so there's plenty to eat and drink. If you have any special requests, you can put those in.
Nothing yet.
Eggs and bacon.
Oh, eggs and bacon.
So when one of the waitresses takes the order and heads back to the kitchen.
Would that be dragon's eggs and bacon?
No, I'm pretty sure we had enough of that last night.
Scrambled eggs.
So
Speaking of that, I got some heads and paws.
you had mentioned that last night, and we certainly need to figure out what perhaps what those could be used for. But I think perhaps a full story is in order. So Leosin has filled me in on a few things, but I'd like to hear firsthand from all of you how did it go? What did you find this time?
Oh, you mean back in the camp?
Yes.
Oh, we found Leosin. He was scared up in the tower. And you should have seen him. He was shaking in his boots.
He was hiding, but Bahamut comforted him. So.
And then
smile crosses Leosin's face, and he just nods at you.
And after we rescued him, and he was able to be calmed down by our great paladin, we walked further in, and everybody was ran away. There's a couple hunters running around, but they were pretty nice folk. We walked into a cave.
Yeah, they actually watched our horses and everything.
Yeah, right. We made friends everywhere, even with the people you would think would not be our friends, our enemy. We walked in the cave. We kicked some butt. A couple of us took a couple naps, I think, in the middle there.
Yes. By that, if you mean me? Yes.
Yes, they were eating some dirt, and but obviously all is well. And and we had some scrambled eggs.
Yes, big eggs.
And I think somebody hit me in the butt while I was wild shape too.
I don't know anything about that. I did not see that, but
We do-
you know,
we-
Luna.
It is don't ask, don't tell. So,
Yeah, we don't ask.
Well, seems you had
Oh.
yourself quite a successful little mission there.
Yes, and one of the wearers of purple were there, and they fell down like I mean, honestly speaking, we fought rats harder than that thing. That guy, person, girl, whatever.
She's still there too. She's not going anywhere though.
Night Hill kind of looks over at Leosin and you know Leosin focuses on his porridge and sitting there eating and drinking and just kind of being quiet. So Night Hill says, "Well, I'm glad to hear that. It's definitely good to know that all of the the cult doesn't have anything much of a challenge for the group of you."
Wait. As I glance at the two of them, are you two related? You guys have very similar eyes and noses and.
No, not that we know.
All right, time to roll.
I lean over to Jinx and I go, "But one's human and one's elf, aren't they?"
Half elf.
In fact,
Never mind.
they look at Jinx like, what?
I must apologize for him. I've been trying to find him an eye specialist and talk him in wearing glasses, but you know.
Oh, but if you guys looked at the pictures, they look pretty close, facial wise.
But it is
I have a
safe to
bigger screen
say,
now, that's true.
Mayor Nighthill and Leosin, that that area has been eradicated of threats to this city, village, and so we believe this is a safer place as a result.
And
We fear.
you destroyed the dragon eggs, which ensures the safety of this town. Thank you. So, but I'm a little surprised to hear that, you know, you had said that they were looking to leave, but that they were, sounds like all except the few in the cave were completely gone. Do you know where they went?
No. I think we do.
Yeah, we saw paperwork in there. I believe it said they were going to go west and then north, I think.
Yep. And you saw the tracks of the wagons with that had gone west.
Yeah, west to Baragust and then northward.
And I'd shared with him all that information last time we were here. So it looks like they proceeded on that plan.
So the treasure that they had been looting on their raids, that seems to have all gone west to Baragast then. Just like the note said.
It appears that way. Or at least it's on the move towards that way.
No, it will take a while. That is quite the trip. It will take them at least a couple of 10 days to just make it up to to Baldur's Gate, the first major city where they can join a caravan.
Do you have any friends there that could intercept them?
I do not, but there is some. There is a thought that, and the word that I've gotten back from Twilight Hall is that perhaps on your way in that direction, you should head north to El Turel, and visit some of our contacts up there. I believe Leosin is heading there next himself on the way back to Candlekeep. And Leosin nods at that.
Is this a ploy to get us to protect him on his trip?
Leosin laughs. Yeah, I am perfectly capable of traveling on my own. You don't have to travel with me. That is simply where I'm going next.
And Alamir says, I can always take a trip to Candlekeep. I can always visit with some old friends and some old teachers and masters of the arts. If you don't mind the company.
Oh, well, I am going to El Torel is a little out of the way of Candlekeep. I'll be
So you
that
lie.
way. So yes, so let's do this.
Let's get the big map out.
Let's get the big map.
Oh, thank you.
And you'll notice El Torel now has a red dot on it.
Okay.
So
Going back home. Totally the other direction.
So El Torel, yes, El Torel is primarily north of Greenest, but then there is a major road that then heads over to Baldur's Gate.
Gotcha.
On a side note, are the dotted roads like dirt, like your normal
path?
like light roads, and then you have your dark ones are like your main fairways?
Yeah, so the dark ones are the main trade roads. The other ones are, but they're all fairly major roads. Like the road that you came from Burdust to Greenest is a major road. Obviously, they're all hard packed dirt. But even the Oldun Trail that Greenest is just off of, you can easily single file large wagons can go by each other on the road. And the other ones you are vary in width, but the main difference between the dashes and the solid ones is usually some type of the patrols. There's usually more patrols on those to help protect travelers.
Do I know anything off knowledge of the road between Greenest and Alteral using merchant type skills? Is it more frequently, is it safer? Is it not safe? Blah, blah, that sort of thing.
No, so this whole region is relatively safe.
Okay.
You don't get a lot of
unless you're in
or
Greenest, apparently.
Well, but that was a specific attack by the cult. Further, like north of Burdusk, like from the area further north around Hill's Edge, Cormor, Plufar, Asbraven, there are a lot of humanoids, goblinoids, and creatures. There's a lot more dangers up there, so it is a lot more dangerous.
Okay.
So even though you don't have within the green fields, you don't often see brigands. You might still get some groups of goblinoids, but it's very rare, and they'll attack once or twice before they're hunted down and driven off or killed.
Okay.
So tends to be relatively safe, and you know that one of the reasons why major caravans are created from smaller groups of merchants is for numbers and protection. So you don't have to worry as much about being attacked. But that usually happens from the major cities. You also know Elturel is the largest city in the region. So north of Greenest, from Scornable over to the Troll Claws and up to Subar, is a region that's basically a principality that is called Eltugard. And Elturel is the capital of that area. So it's a relatively major city. It's also at a crossroads between many different mercantile routes.
Okay.
So Nighthill kind of eats for a little bit and listens, going back and forth. He goes, another reason to go, well, Elturel has contacts. I know he looks at Smock and Spot. He goes, I know that there are ties, you already have some ties there. And Elturel tends to be a local gathering spot for leaders from the various factions and cities of the regions this side of the north, and it is a gathering spot and coordinating spot for much of the work that our friends are a part of. So it is your choice, of course. You can go there, and you could go after the caravan, but not sure. That would be quite. You should be able to catch up to them by Baragost, I would think. And that could be traveling too fast. I'm not sure what you would do, what purpose that would serve at this point. What we really still need to know is where they're going, or not just where we're going, but the purpose. Like they've ran these raids and they seem to be done with them for now. And we've heard of other raids across the region. What is all of this? And they're not keeping any of the loot for themselves. So who's it going to? What are they using it for?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's to make some. I don't know if we really know this, but I'm pretty sure they're doing it to make Tiamat happy. You know those dragons. All they are is greedy, good-for-nothing lizards.
Leosin laughs and says, "That this whole Tiamat thing, it was quite shocking and surprising to me. I've been studying this cult for quite a while. I'm one of the leading experts at Candlekeep, and this is very new. The cult has never cared about Tiamat in the past."
Well, they certainly care now.
And what did they care about in the past?
Question is, what's Tiamat doing for the cult now?
Well, while I was in captivity, they talked a lot about her coming. Like I got the impression they're looking to release her from her imprisonment.
Oh,
Wait, fucking Tiamat isn't Tiamat basically essentially a god?
There are various theological views on that. Some consider her a god, certainly. Most of the chromatic dragons do. There are quite a few factions. There is the Church of Tiamat, which I looked for and tried to during my captivity, I tried to make allusions to the cult being aligned to them, and I basically got the feeling that and the impression that is not the case. I don't know for sure, but certainly none of my comments or references to the Church of Tiamat evoked any of the responses I thought they would during my interrogations.
Now, if it's like most of those religions, they're just based off some belief that they loosely use when they want to.
Historically,
all you need is a little luck.
What's that?
This is all you need is a little luck.
Well, historically, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So as we understand it, so the cult of the dragon has never behaved like this, and right now the big questions are, what are they going to do with the treasure, and then where exactly are they headed? I mean, or where are they going?
Yes.
And right now we know they're headed to El Toro.
No, they are headed to Baragost, and then up
Baragost.
to, and then they've said that the note that you had found before mentioned mentioned a.
Were they actually headed to Baragost? But weren't they headed to Baldur's Gate?
Well, we believed that they would be stopping in Baldur's Gate to join a larger caravan.
It does sound like a really seedy city.
The place that you had talked about before was Castle Neritar.
There it is. Yeah. Okay.
Which the only references that we know of is a castle of that name that used to be used many years ago. About 100 years ago, it was an active place near the Mere of Dead Men. Back when the tradeway was clear all the way up to Neverwinter. But then the Mere of Dead Men began expanding outward, and it overran the castle and also the road. Lord Neverwinter, as of late, has been rebuilding the road and wants to clear it and protect it for commerce, so that not all commerce needs to come by ships, and to make it quicker and easier for overland caravans to go overland to his city. But that's still a work in progress. And Castle Neritar hasn't been in use for decades. That's all that, and this is all Leosin talking. that's really all I know about it at this time. Like it hasn't been used for any cult activities that I've come across or read about.
Okay.
There's one other very interesting, disturbing thing that I learned about during my time in the camp. Did you perchance, when you were there, see Resmer or his friend within the tent? I don't think they came out while you were there when I saw you, but they were inside if you had looked.
I don't believe we did see Resmer.
No. That's okay. Resmir is a half dragon. She is a half black dragon. And he begins to give you a general description of her.
Can you draw her?
He's good with his words. Now, how come? Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Oh.
There.
No, we did not see her for sure.
No. Resmir is not only aware of purple, but I heard her referred to as Wormspeaker. And on her belt, she carried a mask. It looked like a dragon head. Now, I am not certain. One of the things I need to make my way back to Candlekeep to do is to reference my books and scrolls on the cult and in relation to the ancient items of power related to my mind's blanking out. Related to Semaster the Mad. In the early days, the first century of major activity with the cult, Semaster created items of great power called the Dragon Mass. And there was one for each color of chromatic dragon. And it was said that the wearers of the mass could gain control or influence over all of that type of dragon. And I believe it's possible that Resmir holds the Black Dragon mask.
Ooh. I mean, if you're like basically Black Dragon, why would you want to wear a Black Dragon mask? What good would that do you?
Influence over Black Dragons that you otherwise would not have as merely a half dragon. And there are other properties too. I'm sure they are artifacts of great power from what little I've found and read on them. Resmir's friend very likely knows a lot about it. His friend was not a cultist. It was very obvious from his tattoos and accent that he is from Thay. I believed him to be a red wizard. And I heard his name that he was called Asbara Jas. And he describes Asbara Jas to you. Very likely Asbara Jas, his training was looking to hide his heritage, and stayed within the tent with Rezmir most of the time. And I could not learn anything more about him or why he was there. But if he truly is a red wizard, whether or not, well, I guess there's two ways this could go. Either he is one of the established red wizards of Thay, or he is one of the group of red wizards who have exiled themselves and are working outside of Thay to find a way to tear down the reign of the Lich who rules over them. Either way, it is not likely to be anything positive that these two groups are working together.
That is most concerning. Well, sounds like we have a caravan to catch up to.
Yeah. I sure hope the horses are rested. I don't think I can walk this tonight.
You wouldn't happen to have some fresh horses, would you? Except for my trusty war horse, because I'm good on that.
Of course, whatever horses you need, we can help provide them. And as a matter of fact, Leosin here has offered to purchase some for you if you needed it.
Would this be a good opportunity for our youngsters coming with us to have his own horse now?
Yes. He's graduating.
He's graduating.
I mean,
easily done.
It would be pretty epic, though, to see him riding on top later on, you on top of him, and then him on top of you, shooting a bow while.
And I didn't actually say it, but of course he would have arrived a few minutes, at least like 10 minutes early from the meeting time. So he is probably sitting at like off to the side at a table, eating and just listening. Listening intently, keeping his mouth shut.
I'll just quietly ask him, so how was your visit with Yi and Bonnie? You get all caught up?
Oh, they're doing great. They were both very excited, happy to see me back so soon and safe. And I told them all the stories, and we stayed up kind of late into the night talking.
Good, because we're going to be gone. It looks like for a while, and we're going to be on the road. So,
of course. No problem.
And then I go to or lean over to Mayor Nighthill, and I give him 5 gold pieces and say, "This is for the family. If they need anything, it's a little something. Should they need a little help?"
It is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Okay. I have stuff in too many different areas. There it is. Yeah.
I know you mentioned the 5 gold thing instantly. I was thinking 5 gold in a party.
Yeah, it could easily be done. 5 gold party. Okay. There it is, right there. Yeah. So then are you going after the caravan, and what exactly are you looking to do, or are you willing to go visit the contact in Elturel, who, by the way, Leosin says his name is Antharfum.
How big's the convoy? Can just the small handful of us really wipe out the caravan?
Well,
I'm just using reasoning here, thinking about if we.
And you see Mayor Nighthill, his brows furrow, and he's going, to what purpose would you wipe them out? I mean, certainly getting back the spoils and returning the treasures to the people they were stolen from. That would be wonderful, but there's a much greater thing at risk here, and we need to find out more about where it's going, how it's going to be used.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they'd give it up. Just give it up when we showed up there. So
Yeah,
at least one alternative. And
the
question I have is, are we a big enough force to do that?
Well, you remember how many people were in the camp, and easily you imagine 3/4 to 4/5 of the camp went.
Yes. What I'm doing here is
what
I'm trying to do is plant the seed to make everyone else to think about, are we a large enough group to really take on that size of a caravan? Or should we look at other alternatives? That's my intent behind that question. Does that make sense now? For y'all's thoughts? I mean, we can do small ambush and whittle him down, but...
I mean, you do realize how big that camp was, right?
Exactly. And that's what I'm driving at.
I think we can take
there's
them.
enough of us.
The upside is they shouldn't be hard to find. And then maybe we, it wasn't easy to walk into their camp. Or, sorry, it was easy to walk in their camp and just pretend we were a part of it. Same tactic, maybe?
We'd have to be, clipping off stragglers here and there. But at what point would they get wise and send a full force hunting party after us?
If we threaten the leaders, won't the rest just do whatever they say? If we can find the head of the snake, it'll stop the whole snake. Then we can get back what we want and disperse them.
That sounds like a better plan.
Cut off the head of the snake.
I thought it was a dragon, not a snake.
Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato.
So, do we need to go to Elturel first? Is that the deal?
Well, Leosin says, well, I guess it depends on what the goal is. So if you're looking to simply attempt to retrieve the treasure, then perhaps going after the caravan on its way to Baragast and Baldur's Gate might work. I'm not sure how you would accomplish that, but you've certainly accomplished much that is quite difficult so far. Elturel is resources and information and perhaps greater direction. Antharfrum, and actually Antharfrum, Smock, you know Antharfrum.
Very well, yes.
Antharfrum is one of the leaders the leader of the Order of the Gauntlet in Nelturel, and in direct contact with Twilight Hall and the Lord's Alliance and the Order and the Emerald Enclave. He is one of the would have a better idea of what the various leaders of the factions are hoping to accomplish at this point with the information we have so far.
Okay.
There is also additional resources there that could potentially help, but
That sounds like a better idea than going after the whole caravan.
And Alamir,
Right.
I think I can. I'm certain with Onthar Froom that we can get you into the deepest of libraries to research and find things that would probably help your cause.
Yes, of course. Research is my middle name.
Really? I always wondered what your middle name was.
Research.
That's
Should
what
I
the R
ask?
stands
You
for.
Well,
never
R was
asked.
Rudolph. It said R.
Arr.
Alamir R.
I just thought it was Robert, short for
All
Bob.
right, El Tolero. Let's go.
So, excellent. So, if you're going to Elturel,
We can go north.
there is the straight shot there. The roads are a little safer and easier, but the road by road it takes about 7 days. Going straight there is you should arrive on the 4th day, provided you don't run into any issues through the rolling hills. Personally, and
Wandering damage
Leosin
roll.
says, personally, I enjoy the stroll through the wilds. That's usually how I take this trip. But you're welcome to join me or take the roads if you like, and I will meet you there.
I mean, the roads, that's a good 200 and some miles.
270 miles.
But if we go straight to the the grass, we could probably cut that time in half, couldn't we?
Pretty close. It's 150 miles. Straight shot there.
And it doesn't look like bad territory. It doesn't look particularly
there's-
rocky or anything.
Yeah, there's no mountains, there's no whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
that'd probably be the best way. Less likely for questions to be asked too. And nothing else.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So you're all given fresh horses, including an extra horse for Hef, and other than Smock still has his war horse. So you're going to travel with Leosin then?
Sure.
Okay, and Leosin will be on a horse as well. And when do you want to leave?
It's bright early.
When's
We
he's
just had
leaving?
breakfast.
He's ready. He was going to leave as soon as this meal and the conversation is done. He was planning to go.
Good thing
do
we
it.
pack light.
Let's
I
do
just
it.
got to get rid of this one sack,
Let's do it.
so I may need a few minutes.
Sack of what?
While on the
So-
road with him,
Heads, feet,
I will
and
ask him
things
to
like
train
that.
me on the slow fall.
On the what?
I said while on the road with him, I would assume that he can help train me to get my slow fall ability.
Oh,
Yeah, he'll call it a
he
trust
can-
fall, but you'll.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
and
Oops.
he can talk with you about some of the theoretical aspects of it, and then when you rest, spend time during breaks and in the evening could practice.
Jumping off
It
cliffs,
is
having fun.
so as you head out of Greenest.
Just like a cow, a horse, or a buffalo.
We're just gonna
Cow or a
keep this
horse?
for now.
I'm Martin.
So the treatment of elephants in captivity.
I'm on a horse, not a cow. That was a penguin.
So you head out of Greenest. It is very overcast, dark clouds. It's not raining. It looks like it could rain at any time. And there's a light wind, very bitter and chill. And it stays that way through the first half of the day. As you head north and as it's overcast, one of the things about heading towards El Terrell, as it's overcast and a little darker, is you more clearly see in the far distance the bright light coming from the sky in that area. And you all, at some point or another, would have passed through El Terrell or spent a good amount of time there, and you know that is what is known. Hold on a sec here. What is it called? Hello. There it is. Right here. All right, there we go. Amanator's Gift. It's a brilliant magical light that shines above the city. And really, it keeps the core of the city itself in daylight constantly. But one of the aspects of the light is that it helps protect the area and the local region from evil and undead and fiends and the like. So it is a protective. It's like a constant protective magical emanation, like an aura, but it bathes the entire city and the surrounding area in this bright radiance. And it is seen from the far corner, and you can see it, especially when the sky is darker at night, from the far corners of Eltergard. So once you get about half a day's travel out of Greenest, you can see that light, that little bit of brightness in the sky far to the north by northwest.
That helps.
So yeah, so it is very easy to know that you're headed in the right direction. It's like a shining. It's like like heading towards the brightest star in the sky. And then you continue on, and the next half of the day, other than the weather, the wind picking up and getting a little more bitter, the dark clouds, there's even a very light drizzle that kind of soaks your clothes as you ride for about an hour and a half, and then lets up. But other than the relatively worse weather, the day is uneventful, and you make it to the evening and your first camp. So how would you like to handle evening camps?
First watch.
I'll take Almir will take the last watch. That way he can trance.
You can trance the
I'm
whole time.
flexible.
True,
Right.
but I need 4 hours. Still need 4. He doesn't care where you put him.
Okay. So we need at least 2 more watches.
Hef is the youngest recruit. He gets a watch. He has a double watch.
He gets a
No.
double watch?
No, don't make him do a double. Don't make him do a double.
He needs to earn his stripes. No. I mean, Hef can join somebody. I mean, he's learning. That's the whole thing, is put him with someone who sits there and goes,
He-
nothing to do.
He would join that first watch though with
Gotcha.
with his
Smock.
pally boy because yeah.
He's
Okay.
learning.
Could, Can I throw an idea out there?
Sure.
He takes 2 hours with the first guy and then 2 hours with the next. This way he's learning off 2 people.
So he's taking a double watch.
It's a double
Well,
watch.
no.
Yeah,
The first person does 2 hours and then he comes on.
Each person does
Halfway
2
through it.
hours. If you do 4 2-hour watches,
So if you do 2 hours, that's a double watch.
Ah, okay. He does 1 hour with each person.
I mean, yeah, technically all we need is 2 watches altogether because we have
4 hours.
person only taking a 4-hour trance. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, legitimately,
Technically,
there's your 2 watches. I'm
You're not
sleeping the whole
wrong.
time.
doesn't matter to Elamir. He likes being. He's said it in the past. He likes being outside. He likes
cool.
traveling. He really does like. He loves the land. He loves everything about it.
Okay.
You don't like
So
being in
then,
in the
who
dusty,
who'd be taking
library.
the second watch while Alamir is finishing his trance?
I can if y'all want.
I mean,
Yep, sounds great.
Okay. So
What I was
Smock
trying to
and
say
Hef,
is,
and then Luna.
he could take half watch with
right.
Smock and then the other half with me,
right.
and then each of
learns
us
off
could
2
teach
people.
him different things.
You're just
I
gonna
may
teach him how to
have-
keep fleas away.
I may teach him how to watch differently than Smock does, and then he gets the best of both worlds.
Yeah, but when you fall asleep, all you're teaching him is the back of your eyelids.
Hey, I'm good at scratching fleas. I'm doing other things.
And then so Tom, I'm taking the last 4.
Yep. You're taking
Okay.
the last 2 watches, last 4 hours. All right.
Staring.
Cool. I get to sleep. Nobody even asked.
Nope.
So he
He's
already said he was sleeping.
He's already in the tent. He's already
Yeah.
sleeping.
He doesn't
All right.
realize what we're going to volunteer him for later on since he got all to sleep.
So the night goes uneventfully. It's nice and quiet and peaceful would be the word that you would use, especially after the few days that you've had, the last few days that you've experienced. You're outside and you feel relaxed and at peace as you take your watches.
Suddenly, explosions all around you.
You know what it was? It was the presence and the good fortune of us having that beautiful light in the distance shining upon us.
But while
Go ahead. I was going to say during my time with F, I'd be teaching him stuff about nature, and when he does get a healing kit, how to use it, mending medic, stuff like that too.
You do know it's dark. You see that bush over there? No, I
there's
don't.
the
can see in the
firelight,
dark.
He's human.
Yeah.
there's
Hef
a
does
fire.
not see in the dark.
He
And
can
there's
listen
no
though.
trees.
You hear that tree in the distance? Yes.
I hand
That's
him a
Copperwood.
leaf and tell him this is the leaf of the spirit of Amogs.
And he pretends to shake his head.
Stop.
Okay. All right.
Alamir.
Yeah.
So while you're in your trance, you choose. Roll either Arcana or Arcana or History. Actually, they're probably the same for you.
They're the
right?
same for me, yeah.
So then choose between Arcana and Insight.
Yeah, and Arcana works for me. With
Are you sure you want to succeed?
Yeah, exactly. With advantage, right?
Nope, no advantage. Okay. As you are trancing, what do you tend to like to trance? What kind of memories do you go over? Have you been going over as of late when you've been trancing at night?
Studying books, rereading books that I've read in the past, re-looking at maps that I've looked at the past, retaining knowledge, looking for stuff that I've missed, look for something that I liked when I visited that area, those sort of things.
Very
So
good.
travel memories, if anything.
As you are transing and going over those, you are looking over a map and some travels, some places you had gone with your father and things you had learned, and you think it reminds you of an image in your head of a similar time you were looking at a map in Candlekeep, and your vision switches and you are in Candlekeep again, and there is the map, but then the map quickly fades and becomes these visions of the illusory horrors that you experienced during your the accident in your time of mental captivity.
Gotcha.
You haven't thought about that, especially during at least during your trances for a long time. Now go ahead and make an insight check. Wow.
And it has no effect whatsoever, so I wake up.
You feel a
Oh, you
presence.
just glean everything.
I know. In my
You
mind or
had-
in reality?
Yeah, you had spent, what was it, like 9 or 10 months in that illusory
Yes.
reality?
Just under a year. Yep.
It was just, yeah, it was just under a year. And in all that time, you never got a sense of the presence or something else there in that existence. You and now that you're playing it back within your trance, it's almost like you're watching yourself go through this experience again. And with that detachment, you're able to sense this other powerful, definitive, like a what's the word I'm looking for? There's this palpable sensation or feeling of evil.
Do I sense that it's that feeling from the Avernus, the first level? That type, demon type fear?
Um,
Is it hellish?
it is. It seems it could be related to that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I, in my trance, know if it's real or if it's in the illusion? Since I'm seeing it from a third part or third person.
Make another Arcana check.
It's going to be one of those nights.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
This is just like what Jinkin pulled on the adventure scenario back in Hill's Edge. So you are focusing on this energy, this feeling, this sense of this entity, the power, the darkness, and you begin to follow tendrils of energy within your trance, within the air and the room that your dream self is currently in, and you look up and look through the ceiling and the corner of the room, through the bookshelves, out into a cloudy, golden red, glowing sky. And you see peeking down at you a red dragon head, huge, immense. Its eyes smoldering with unimaginable intelligence and maleficence.
I have shot at the dark here. Do I recognize it? Any of my readings, any of my books, any of my studies, whether I would or not.
It is very easy for you to identify this head, because another one and then another one comes into view around it, a black and a green. And you get the sense, and then you see movement off to the sides of perhaps two more. And then there is an explosion of energy and just shuts like a curtain, shuts off the connection.
Coming out of the trance, or does it
Yes,
shock me out of the trance?
And you come out of the trance.
Okay. First, I mean, let everybody sleep in. Play in my mind what went on. Remember everything that went into my mind. But I want to talk to Smock in the morning. I want to relay that to him, and I will relay it to everybody else that I have a feeling, basically, that Tiamat is watching us.
This is bad.
But I mean, that's we can do that.
You,
yeah, me, but I'm here in the middle of all of us. I mean, but see you. Peace out.
Yeah. So we all take 3 steps back, and he's alone now.
But whether
wait. Can he do you think he can see through your eyes?
That I do not know. All I know is I saw him, and he was rather.
As a cautionary tale,
blindfold.
I believe we might want to put a bag over your head,
Great.
just to protect ourselves.
Actually, I'm really glad. I'm really glad we're going to see Unthar Froome. Likely, he's going to be able to help us with this.
Again, I don't know if this is a packing up discussion or while we're riding discussion, but I want everybody to know. And I also ask, did anybody else have any other sort of dreams so far this night?
No, I slept good.
Yeah, I slept great.
There's Spot going, sleeping? Nothing, never.
Yeah, everyone else
slept
had
fine.
Incredibly peaceful night.
Got it.
It was your turn.
Yeah, my turn. Got it. I peed my pants just a little.
Oh, you can clean that up.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I know. I got another robe over here somewhere.
His new name, Brown Shorts.
Pedals.
Prestidigitation. There's nothing there.
It's Elemer Research.
Well, what's that smell?
Brown shorts.
All right. So we continue northward.
Yeah.
So
you continue on the next day, so as you're traveling along, is there anything
one
special
question
that you're doing as you travel today?
So is that light? You said it's on 24 hours a day. So it's a beacon. Even during the day, can we see it?
And you see it off in the distance. It is this bright light up in the top of on the horizon, up in the sky. Okay. So actually, that's a good question. What is the weather like today?
I don't know.
Let's see. You wake up, and over in the early morning, the sky cleared, became clear, and is a little warmer today. It's actually going to get up into the low 60s. Still a very, very light 2-mile-an-hour wind, gentle breeze. But it looks like it's going to be a clear, sunny day. But even with the bright skies after the sun comes up, you can still see that on the horizon, the sky is just still a little brighter. Jinkin gathers flowers. So, okay, let's throw these back. Let's do something here real quick. Just need to. Okay.
I don't know if you found a place to sell them unless you went to a store in particular.
I need to, because I wasn't sure if you would be bringing.
I saw Smock get hurt or something because I saw some weird stuff going on right there.
So everyone should also be able to control their horse. Although actually, I guess there. Let me change Hef's horse to everybody save. Okay. So
you need to get Hef as well to everybody as well, just so you know.
Oh, I thought I had before, but maybe that's not on this one. Nope, I didn't. Here we go. All players save.
By the way,
okay.
all 6 of us have 7 temporary hit points.
I heard no speech.
Bahamut blesses you.
I'd be like an hour long.
I know you would be because you're a bard.
He's just saying it really slowly.
10 minutes, actually. Pep speech for 10 minutes. Today we read, maybe kill stuff. Bahamut blesses you.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
So this is a question. Now that I've gotten rid of all these other things, this could, you know what? I think I'm going to have to do this from. I don't think did I add Leosin to the master token? I don't think I did.
I realized Hef was a fighter.
Nope, I didn't. Okay. Fun. Let me just real quickly here. Sorry about that. I've forgotten about. Let's see.
Does my horse still have a big scar?
This is a different horse now for you because you guys traded horses.
I thought I healed that horse a little bit, didn't I, or something?
Oh, you did.
Healing doesn't get rid of scars.
So I added 7 to the token.
Wait, if you turn the horse into rock and you cast mend, could you mend the scar and then turn it back into the a polymorph it basically? You'll just basically get rid of the scar and then turn it back? Asking for a friend.
Only if you have the sculpting ability.
Oh, let's do it this way. Oh, here we go. All right. I was able to get Leosin pretty easily now. And then I will just take and we'll turn this into Leosin.
Just realized I have another horse on my scar.
Back. Okay. So
have 14 hit points, you said?
Yes.
Yes. So Hef has 12 plus 7 temporary now. So even though Hef is level 1 and he only got he got a feat and 3 attribute points.
He gets a feat. I have a foot.
Do all of our horses have 7 temporary hit points?
No. I know.
Up to 6 creatures.
Because they don't understand it.
Did you give it to Hef or did you give it to Leosin?
Hef.
So
Okay.
Leosin does not have temps right now.
I
Is what you're
upped
saying?
Hef from 7.7 to 19.12.
And actually, not control, safe. So how are you traveling? This is the question.
On horses.
But like,
Well,
what's
Either
If I had
uh,
coconuts, I'd show you.
yeah, either Luna or I.
but how
will
do
be
you
in
how
the
do
lead.
you what formation do you travel in?
I would either say side by side, spread apart, or
2 by 2. Yeah.
single file line. Yeah.
So
Way
who's
two
in
makes
the
the most
front?
sense.
I'd say put Smock and I on the outside. Does
Keep
that
10
make
feet,
sense?
10 feet between each horse? Between
Put the
front and back?
Which way are we
So,
traveling? Upwards or
Squishy
downward?
with the
Yeah,
tank,
you're
squishy with
headed
a
north.
tank, squishy with a tank,
We're headed north.
and then alternating sides.
Wait, so you're putting Alamir and Hef up front?
Alamir would want to go up front because it has to do with traveling. That's what he likes to do.
Okay.
So closer to the front is where Alamir likes to be.
So
Doesn't-
Alamir
Okay.
and Smock. Then
And we can talk about Tiamat, Dream, and all that other stuff.
Then Spot and whoever wants to be next to me of either Jinx or Hef, I'm assuming. And then the back line opposite with. There we go. And then Luna,
Okay.
you're back there.
So then
Next to Hef.
really
And Leosin can either be up front or in the back.
so then probably maybe something like that. More or
If-
less.
If
Roughly.
Luna's going to stay up front, that works for me.
Well, I thought
Maybe
one of
'cause-
us wanted to be by Hef. Didn't one of you two, Luna, Smock, want to be by Hef?
It was during nighttime.
Yeah.
I mean, but even traveling, don't you want to tank
Yeah.
next to one of the squishy people? We
Well,
can't
we
count on
just-
Leosin. He runs away from fights, remember?
We did have to rescue him.
Smock, move 10 right. There you go. Now we have. I have no idea what spots, but this way now we have 10 feet between us in front and to the sides.
I thought these trails were wide enough for barely wide
we're
enough
not-
for a
Yeah,
cart.
those
not
are
even
the
on a
riding
trail.
trails.
Horses side by side.
We're
going
out in the
straight
field.
We're going straight through the field.
Yeah.
We're saying we crossed at least 100 miles off of our journey by going right through the field.
Yep. You're going straight
We're just
through
cutting straight
the
through.
grasslands, rolling grasslands.
So move
right.
Leosin 5 feet to the right, and then we'll be in a pattern.
So you want
Needs
Leo's
both horses.
to go like that?
All right.
Okay.
God, this is
It must be
Oh.
precise.
Good question, Luna. When you asked more about the dragon stuff, if you're going to visit Froome, then
Best place.
it would be suggested you take him to him.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. So this is it. This is where we're doing. All right. And let me kind of move you back down center like that. So, all right. And you're traveling through the grasslands. It's coming up on around on lunchtime. So you're within like 20, 30 minutes of eating, stopping for midday, having a snack and resting the horses. Everyone make a perception check. Everyone can roll.
I'm too busy playing with flowers.
You're playing with flowers.
Rolled for half.
I'm right there with you.
I've rolled 14 if you don't see that.
I think that works. Yeah. And Leoson. And wow, I need to change
Wow.
this. Let's do
Person in the
this.
middle sees the best. Woohoo! I live up to my name.
What does Spot see with his orcish eyes?
Yeah. So you're all riding along. How
See the
did
weirdest
Hef
formation
roll
I've ever seen.
perception on the top there?
What was that?
How was did you change it to
Yeah.
Hef to roll for him?
No, I had the R sheet open because I spied in like, oh, he's a fighter, and I hit the roll on it.
Would you like? That's actually I had totally forgotten that was available to do now. So perfect. That's
So you rolled
helpful.
again. It doesn't matter to me. I just
No.
I want to
That's
make sure
great.
I rolled.
So
Okay, I'm back.
you're
Sorry.
riding along. It's a nice quiet day, just like before. Spot and Hef, Hef begins to stand up in his saddle and look around.
Oh.
Spot, you notice something is off. And it's not that you hear a noise, but it's like all of the tiny little sounds of small animals, birds, and such that you hear occasionally as you're traveling through the grasslands, all of a sudden stopped. And what you notice is that other than the very slight breeze and the sound of the horses and people's armor and equipment jingling and scraping a little bit, you do not hear anything else.
I yell, hold up, everybody. And I go, you hear that?
I hear nothing.
No.
Exactly. I don't hear birds. I don't hear crickets. I don't hear rustling in the leaves anywhere or through the grass. There's no sounds anywhere. And I tell everybody to look around a little more thoroughly.
And you're looking around and you notice behind you from the direction you've come, the tall grasses are moving very quickly. There's something rushing, multiple somethings rushing through the grass.
It's behind us. We change formation basically.
Well, and as you notice that, you see and you hear the snarls as these bright blue, shiny scaled creatures show themselves leaping forward. They're about 60 feet away from both Leosin and Hef. And
don't let them get over your face. They'll lay eggs.
We need to roll initiative.
That's quite gross. Our rolls are epic.
Hef and Alamir broke their initiative.
Spot, you didn't click your character before you rolled.
Huh?
You didn't click your character before you rolled. You would have dropped on the list up top.
Whatever. List
you can always change it.
I don't have a list up top.
Or the turn order.
I have a list
whatever.
down below.
Oh, cool. That actually worked. That's really nice. And you guys could see how come it did it again? You didn't see that roll. I had fixed it so that when I roll off those sheets, you guys should see it. And now it's reverted back.
Okay. We believe you. We really do.
I clicked my character and rolled that time, and it still didn't go on the turn order. So I fell off my horse and I'm sleeping. Just sleep.
Did you turn into a fairy or a pixie?
No, I guess I just have a sleeping syndrome. Yeah.
Narcolepsy.
Yep.
All right.
You're Mr. Bean.
Let's go ahead and do this. We need to do initiative. Whoa. How did that work?
Very carefully.
Why does it say advantage?
Because he has advantage.
Because usually you roll twice, just in case, and you take the first one.
Yeah, it looks like he rolled a 17 and a 6 plus 3, so he took the higher of the 2 because that's actually done right for advantage.
Yeah, it's interesting though. It doesn't say that he gets advantage, so
You have it automatically on though, because if you look at all your rolls, they always have 2 rolls.
I know, but it's not supposed to. It's supposed to just show the 2 rolls. Something's changed. Roll20 must have something reset with Roll20, which is.
That or maybe they updated.
But that's the thing. I'm thinking that I know that there were some updates because I know some of the macro stuff updated, and so it reset my settings for Roll20 character sheets to not just go get whispered to me. So now they do, because you guys don't see that and didn't see that, and now this seems to be reset too. All right, I'll work on it. Try to work on it while running stuff.
So does Hef's horse have all of the extra things on the saddle that we can wrap our horse's reins to, so that he can hold on to all the horses at once? Because if these are all new horses, we don't have any kind of like
The pommel.
bonding with them, that if we get off of them, they're just going to run if they're scared. So
that, I mean, you could certainly try that, but
well, we
in your
usually
first
always tell
spot,
Hef
what do you
to
want
hold
to
on
do?
to the horses, so like he's got to have the saddle with the extra knobs on it, right? We can just run up to it, tie our horse around it, run into a fight. Just throwing stuff.
Spot.
Okay, guess I'm running from here to wherever
up.
we're headed after this, because the horses are going to be gone.
Lucky for you, Hef does have animal handling.
He's got to catch up to him.
Yeah.
He's now become a horse wrangler.
So what is Spot going to do with this 20?
I had a 14. I'm not a 20.
Oh, well, change
My
it to
first
14.
roll was a 14.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw the 20. So, all right. So
Sorry.
let's move Spot down. So they go first.
I
Okay.
have.
But they so
Go for his
these
butt?
creatures
What?
as they come closer. So 10, 20, 30. This actually works well because they don't move fast enough to get up and attack this round.
So they're double moving if they're rushing.
So as they get closer and then they continue and they're going to double move right up to you. What you see is, can I just show? This is what you see.
Picture
The
Jurassic
alien
Park
from
with those little
Aliens.
tiny things.
I said they're aliens. Don't let them jump on your face. They'll lay eggs.
Oh. Don't hit them with slashing or whatever weapons. You will get their acid blood on you too.
You guys have seen, I believe, wasn't that one? Oh, that was a black. You've seen black half dragons. But you've seen black dragonborn or blue dragonborn, and you've seen a blue dragon. The scales on these creatures are reminiscent to you of a blue dragon. So.
You're right, Alamir. They're following you.
Yep, I think we need to blindfold him, put him in the bag of holding, and not let him out until they stop following.
Okay, and that's their turn. And they're rushing forward with saliva dripping out of their jaws. And it's Smock's turn.
All right.
Jumps off his horse.
So Smock rushes forward with his horse.
Or not.
So that would be a charge, trampling charge with the warhorse.
Okay. And you it hits the creature, but glances off of its hard, scaly skin.
Okay. And I attack.
It says strength save, so it's not an attack, is it?
Actually, let me double check that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. But I think it still
Trampling
has to
charge.
hit.
Horse moves at least 20 feet toward a creature, then hits with hooves.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you didn't roll an attack.
I did
then,
not
you?
roll an attack. I got to do that. Yeah. Where's the attack?
It's okay.
There.
We're all learning how to play again.
Well,
It's been a week.
19 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, you smack solidly enough with the hooves that it seems to affect and stagger the creature. So now a strength save. They're not. Nope, and they do not.
13
They do not
damage,
save.
and he fails the save, so he's knocked prone.
So is that what
would
it
be
does?
knocked. Yes. Prone. Yes, prone.
Oh, all right. So then, not something easy here. I know we had something like that we were using.
You may not need to worry about it. I don't know, but I will attack with a glaive on the prone one.
Okay, which
Yes.
is of course advantage.
Yep.
And that definitely hits.
$12 damage.
Okay, and is that it?
No. I now consider a bonus action.
Whoop, I did that. You were in my way. Hold on.
It's still. Is it bleeding? Is it doing anything?
So it is, yeah. So you hit it with the glaive and cut right through 4 of the scales and almost sever its front left leg from its shoulder.
Okay. So with a butt action, still with advantage, I believe.
Yes.
Doesn't matter, probably.
Nope. And you do not. You hit one of the scales right square, and it just glances off.
Yep. And then I am complete with my turn.
Okay. So I think we're just there. Let's just do a boot. Booted is booted down. All right. Spot, your turn.
So many choices. Yeah, I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows. I'm gonna move over to here, hand the reins to Jinx, jump off of the horse. Come on, give me. Just me. So that was 10, 20,
Quickly tied to the saddle.
25, 30. Run down to here and hit the first attack. That's probably not enough. Nope.
Nope.
Then I will
Creature
move
dodges
to here.
completely aside.
and roll another attack on the same one.
Okay.
God.
Wow.
Okay. Then the last one's going to be on the one south of me right here. I would have loved to have stunned all three of these so that they didn't attack half guys, but I'm rolling like crap. So that one should
Yep.
that, and then I'm doing stunning strike, so he's got to save.
Very good. So you hit him, smack against the carapace, and stunning strike is a con save.
Yes.
24. Yeah.
Yep, he saves.
And he just growls. And you look into its beady little eyes, and you see he has like dragon-like teeth, but there's only slightly better than bestial animal intelligence shining from the creature's eyes. All right.
These things are a little bit slippier than they seem to be, guys.
Leosin cannot really fight well from horseback, so he leaps down and rushes over. He is going to, well, that one's on the ground still anyway, so he's going to, he'll do an attack against it. I'm just going to roll a d20 so that you guys can see my rolls. +5, with advantage. So one
Advantage.
more.
Yep.
Nope, and misses, so he'll do another one. And crits, and I'm not even going to roll damage. And this one smacks in the back of the head, and you hear this crack, and the head just falls to the side. And then he's going to continue, actually, yeah, technically, the warhorse definitely counts as a threat. So he has advantage on this one for his last attack. Whoa! What is this?
Glad you're rolling for him on our behalf.
Yeah, keep doing that. Well done. Well done. We approve.
So that is going to be D8 +3 +8.
Wow.
We're just going to start traveling wherever he travels.
That's right. We'll follow him.
So
He's trying to
and
prove
he is
himself after we had to save him.
also going to attempt to stun it. It's a DC 13. And it makes it. All right. Luna.
Okay. So I've given this some thought. And first off, I'm going to throw Fairy Fire, covering this one and this one. And then you need to make a DC 14 saving throw.
Isn't it a 10-foot radius? Isn't it a 10-foot square?
20-foot cube.
Oh, it's a 20-foot. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. Then you're going to get both of those. Okay. Dex save, right?
Yes, 14 dex save.
And what's the DC?
14.
14. So this one right here has Fairy Fire on it. That middle one.
Okay. And let's see here. I don't want to do this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And you got my creature out, by the way.
I need to go back now. You mean this one?
Oh, yeah. You read me so. So he should have, let me go to the extras.
I feel sorry for the horse that has this thing pure on him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm going to ride over here, throw Alamar my reins, and jump off. and he has 50 movement when he changes, so that should be
Okay.
10 over. That'd be 40. But if you remember, we talked about the 50.
Yep, you get
Is
the
the
extra
10 for
10.
movement.
Yep, you get the extra 10 from your
So
feet.
that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm there.
Okay.
And since I cast, I don't think the cast
Nope.
counts as a attack.
That was
so I
your
get
action.
5.
That was your
Yep.
action, exactly. And
But
that
I'm
was
up
your
there.
action, bonus action to wild shape, and then your movement. So you are
Yep.
done. Jinx.
Guess technically I'm going to use my reaction to telekinetically shove the horse. I'm going to try to tell Hef to let it happen. You know, like just let it happen. And I want to shove. If he lets it happen, if they choose to fail to save, I can shove it back 5 feet.
Okay. Let's just real quickly. So see what Hef's state of mind is. Actually, you probably actually, I have them right here. Let's just do this. Oh yeah, yep. Hef is right on board and lets it back up.
Yep. So he gets basically jolted or shoved 5 feet. It's my bonus action, and then as my action, I will cast Dissonant Whispers onto this little guy right here.
Ooh. Wisdom or charisma save?
Wisdom.
No.
That's a no.
9.
I'd looked at that one too.
He takes 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Very
And
good.
he has to immediately take his reaction, I believe.
Reaction.
Read that whole spell again because I only used it this time.
It is to straight away.
As far as ways he can from me, so straight back, yeah. Since he did move, doesn't he still take attack of opportunity?
No. Attacks of opportunity are not, you don't,
when you're taking a defensive step
if
back.
you're forced.
That's fine. It's fine.
But it has to do with if you are moved against your will.
Oh, he wasn't moved against his will. He chose to move. I'm just saying.
So
and I yell out loud, Hef, when you can, run away, get behind Alamir.
Wow, that's what I'm yelling when in about 3 seconds when he moves ahead.
Yeah, that's why it made him disengage basically, so I could he could do it as freely.
Yep, totally understand.
So I cannot use Sentinel on him then, right?
No, and that's fine.
Actually,
did he step through him?
Actually, he could.
Well, he just said he couldn't because he couldn't.
No, because he's right. He's forced.
No, I was wrong. So because it uses your reaction, it does get an attack of opportunity. So Luna gets an attack of opportunity on the creature.
And I'll bite.
Are you within 5 feet?
I know that.
He was.
Yeah, he was right there.
Yep, he was right next to him.
Reaction.
Right there, yeah.
I think that's a hit.
Yeah. So you get
and he is stopped. And he can't move till he's next.
Yeah, but he didn't stop till he was like right here.
So you stopped him right there.
Yeah.
He's just he's having a bad day.
Okay. Is that it?
Oh,
or are you going to move?
I will use my reaction to. I can't bring his horse with me, but I kind of pull his horse back, and I can't bring his horse up by me. But
but you do. So it'll go with you.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll do that.
He kind of has to. I have his reins tied to my saddle right now, so.
Yep. I mean, the horses aren't going to be doing anything else, so that's fine. All right.
His horse poos.
So, as Smock did, I'm doing the same thing to Alamir, to a Hef. Get behind us on your next move, meaning behind me. Now I'm behind Jinx. So that's Alamir's talking. Tell me if this would work. Since I carry my staff, when I slide off my horse, can I put the staff through the reins to stick it in the ground?
Yeah, I would let you do that for either a bonus action or half of your movement.
I'm not moving, so I'll take half the movement.
There you go.
I'm staying pretty much right here. So yeah, but I'm getting off the horse. So
Okay.
so these two have a staff between the two of them holding the reins. And I too, let's see. I'm going to aim at this one right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a little firebolt action. Let's just see what happens. And again, I'm not going to fight today, guys. I'm just going to dream.
That was one heck of a dream.
That was one heck of a dream. So yeah, he's just going to look pretty right now and stand right here.
Okay.
That's it.
Hef.
The mighty Hef.
So
Did he hear?
Jinx, if you want to do Hef, you can. Otherwise, I will.
You do have, because if I do have, I'm just going to make him back up like 100 feet. I don't know if he can skillfully shoot while on a horse. Mind you,
So
he's using a longbow or is he using a short bow?
it's still the short bow, fortunately.
It says longbow is definitely, so it's a short bow. He could probably fire it if it's a longbow. I don't know if you ever fired a longbow before, but if it's like a true
Very hard on
longbow,
a horse.
yeah.
It's very, very difficult.
But
So yes, he
from what
will.
you told us,
Huh?
you told us, you said that he would stand up on top of his horse. It seemed like it was a regular thing he did. So maybe he can, because he just stands up on top of the horse and fires. I mean,
He'll stand up in the reins. Like he's a good horseman, and he's only gotten better with the training and practice with Smock. In fact, he'll do an animal that's basically a riding check. That's not the best, but the horses are really afraid. Like Spot's idea is correct. Like if they weren't being held onto, they'd be running from these creatures. And Hef is so Hef's going to take.
Surprised the horses didn't get startled with them coming up behind us before we even spotted it.
Well, they were downwind, or upwind from.
That makes sense.
Otherwise, yes, it would have been panic, well in advance.
That is how they hunt.
So Hef is just gonna shoot. Oh, actually, he did get a longbow. He did upgrade to a longbow. I forgot he did that.
I was gonna say, but if you said he had a short bow,
does he have
that would make
both?
more sense. For
He
being,
graduated.
riding a horse.
No,
I mean, he could have had both.
Yeah, because I'll
You
be
know
honest,
what?
if you ride a horse, you would want the short bow.
He doesn't have the longbow yet. I hadn't originally planned on him being first level until you got to Elturel or some other major city. So he doesn't actually have it yet. So
That's
this
because
is
there's
really-
no trainer. Got it.
Yeah. So this
And
is
if he likes
actually
the bow, he's
a
gonna get
short
both
bow,
anyway,
and he misses
so.
anyway. All right. So these creatures. So this one here. So he had to stop. How does that read for Sentinel? Is it you stop them until the end of your next turn, or do you just stop them from moving at that time?
At that time,
At that time.
Yep. He just
Yeah.
can't move any further as on his turn or whatever at that point.
Okay. Well, technically, he moved as far away as he
There
had
you
to.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. So, but on his turn, it's no longer in effect. I think that only lasts till his turn.
Yep. Yep.
So he's
Speed
here
becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
for the rest
So what-
of whose turn?
But
So
they're the
basically
beginning of the
until
turn.
it's his
the rest
turn
of
again.
the turn.
this
That
is a
turn.
new turn for
Becomes
them.
0 for the rest of the turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It usually doesn't occur during a reaction. It usually occurs during their turn where they're running away and then
Right.
they get hit. That's the reason why it says it the way it does.
And noted for future creatures provoke opportunity attacks, even if they use the disengage action. So whether
Yes.
they're disengaging or not, still Still works.
Yep.
Unless they have that one feat that lets them disengage without it anyway.
Yes. All right. So it is going to attempt to attack Luna. But first I'm going to do something. Wow. This creature, he's wounded. He's looking at Luna. He has advantage against Luna attacking with his other pack mate. But all of a sudden, his head whips to the right, and he tries to leap away. Luna, you can have an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
And you miss. And it runs over, and it's going to 10, 20. Actually, it can't quite. So this one, I'm going to move this one down. It's going to move all the way over here, snarl, and be looking to attack Smock. But it couldn't quite get there with 30 feet of movement because it had to go around Leoson's horse.
And 10 feet in, I get an attack.
Oh, yes. So you could attack right here. Go right ahead.
10. Yep.
It's just having a bad day.
And you see its eyes, it's slavering and looking like it wants to leap for you, and you hit it.
And it stopped dead.
And it falls to the ground.
Okay, so it's just
Just
dead.
really dead. Yeah.
Yep.
That poor thing just had a bad day. It never got to bite anybody.
So the one with fairy fire on it.
Does it have double or does Spot have double advantage on it?
Is it what?
There is no such thing. It's either advantage or disadvantage or normal.
Or super advantage?
Super.
I'm trying to help you out here.
There is
So
none.
you get an attack opportunity on this one. Is it also goes running after its after the other one?
I mean, if you have luck, you can have.
Oh no, you don't, because you already used your reaction.
That's
You don't
just
get
a
an attack
reroll.
opportunity.
It's not advantage.
And it and actually it gets right up to Smock, since Smock does not have a
Reaction.
Yep.
This one, the one near by Spot, is focused on Spot. And
So when the one ran away from me, don't I get an attack of opportunity?
oh yes, I'm sorry, it was next to you. You have an attack of opportunity on it.
That's
Yes.
why I moved in between them.
Go for it.
And that one was stunned until the beginning of my next turn anyways, even though it was fairy fired.
Oh,
And you
You're
do
right.
That
have
was the
advantage.
one I did land the stun on.
you're right. I totally forgot. No, wait. Did the stun?
Or no, he saved on the stun.
You
Never
saved
mind.
on the stun.
I
yeah.
hit him, but he saved on the stun.
So you
But
get
you
an
still have
attack
advantage.
opportunity as he runs away.
Yep. Do I have advantage for Luna being on the other side?
Yes, you
You
do.
have advantage because of fairy fire.
And you
right?
hit anyway. And advantage from
Yeah, I
fairy
know,
fire.
but
Yep.
let's see if I get. Nope, that's not going to be okay.
All
So
right.
19 for 5 damage.
Excellent. So you hit it, and it just keeps on running. Runs all the way over to Smock.
Chicken.
The one on the other side.
Yeah,
of
he
you,
wouldn't understand chicken, so I'd go "Baka!" as it ran away.
You hear the hang go.
I'm sorry, I just pictured the hyena doing like a dog would do if you squirrel sometimes. And all of a sudden just looks around like, where?
I totally forgot this. Yeah, that was advantage. Otherwise, okay, we'll do this. I missed something. I forgot something up to this point.
Pack tactics.
No. Blurred movement. So you have disadvantage trying to attack them unless they're incapacitated or restrained. So anyway,
My first hit anyway, so we're good.
Yep. So it's going to try to bite you.
Would the fairy
It only
fire
has a
help
single
cancel
bite.
out?
Yeah, it
It
just cancels.
bites, so it lunges forward, bite you for 10 points of piercing damage and 5 points of lightning damage.
That was this one on Smock?
That was this one right next to you.
On me, okay.
Yep.
So 15.
And then there's one more left. And I'm going to say it's not really next to anything. So it is coming over and it is going to attempt to leap up and attack Smock. So, and it gets advantage because of pack tactics, which means I'm going to get, nope, and it still misses. Smock, your turn.
All right.
Smite them all.
I will do the one that is fairy fired. Actually, no, I won't. I'll do the one, this one.
That's a
Okay.
spell we should add to the game. Instead of lightning bolt that goes straight out, it should be lightning circle and it just goes around you.
Nova.
Yeah. Well, just that it just, jumps out from you to the first one, then goes all the way around everything around you and then stops. That would be a
Oh,
cool
like-
spell.
And that
Like chain lightning, but only
Yeah.
in the 5-foot area around you.
Okay. Bonus action, butt action.
okay.
Jeeps.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And both of them do not get through.
Okay. I'm done.
Plates. All right. Spot. You have the one.
And I'm at disadvantage.
Yes, and his disadvantage to hit him as he is moving very quickly back and forth and vibrating.
19 and 2, so that'll miss.
Yep. So miss on the first attack.
And that one misses.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I guess since it's disadvantage, I ain't using a key point to flurry, so that's my regular attack, bonus action, martial arts, and I'm done.
Okay. Leosin gets now that so it gets advantage with disadvantage, so normal attacks. We'll do first attack on the one between him and the warhorse, and miss and does not get through the scales. Second attack does not get through. Third attack doesn't get through. And
Told you they're dodgier than they look.
and he yells at, we've got to find a way to slow him down. And Luna, it's your turn. Yep. Normal attacks. And that hits 14. Wow. Actually 15. Yeah. So you bite, almost rip off some of the scales, and the creature hisses at you as it gets whirled a couple half steps in your direction, but you don't quite break through the scales. But it looks like you definitely wounded and wounded it pretty severely.
I did my goal, and that's all I can do.
Okay.
Actually, yep, I'm going to move right there. That should still give advantage for Spot, right?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Jinx.
I'm blocking it from Hef.
Yep.
I'm just looking at everybody else's moves and where everybody's placing.
Be a perfect time for
Everybody looks-
sleep.
I can't do that. Everybody I put to sleep without putting their own people to sleep first because they have too many hit points. Not meta at all, but just I noticed how many, I watched a horse trample one, then I watched it get hit by a glaive, and I know how strong that paladin is. That he's this huge brute of a guy, and knowing that it didn't fall down after those 2 big hits on the thing, I know that they are too strong-minded for falling asleep. I'm gonna head Dissonant Whispers again. This guy.
Okay.
And it's DC 14.
No, doesn't do it. So attacks of opportunity from Spot and Luna.
He also takes
yes.
whole 7 points of damage.
Nice.
That's a low roll.
Is it at disadvantage or regular?
It would be. I will make it regular. It will be regular. So
That's
24
what I was
hits.
And it stopped in its tracks.
Yep, and with that, it falls to the ground as you both smack it as it tries to run away from you.
And yeah, that's all. That's good. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alamir.
and your mother too. This guy right here.
Yep.
I guess I get. I'm gonna hit him. I don't give a rat's ass. Sorry, rat's butt.
Yeah,
You gonna hit him in the butt? What?
No,
I'm
I'm
trying to hit him.
No, I'm just gonna hit him.
He's engulfed in fairy fire, so you have a normal attack on him.
No. We're gonna do one of those. We're gonna do one of
okay.
those. And we're gonna do one of those. No, we're hitting him. I don't care.
Nice, 9 points. And they smack and begin to shatter and break away some of the scales.
Don't worry about that last one. That was just me burning the spell. All right, I'm done. I'm still standing in front of the horses.
All right. Hef will attempt to attack that same one with the short bow. And
Normal attack, he hits.
No, he hits,
17?
but it careens. The arrow does not get through the scales. And it's their turn. So, Smock. Let's do the two that are. Actually, let's see what the third one's going to do real quick here. Let's do. Nope. So, one way or another, these are all going to go to attack Smock. Leosin gets an attack of opportunity on the one. So single attack of opportunity and hits. Wow, for 11 points. There you go. All right. 3 bites on Smock, all with advantage.
And you said 11 points?
I know that was the damage that Leosin did on
Leosin did to the thing.
Okay.
On the one that moved away from him.
Okay.
So 3 bite attacks on you with advantage. Let's do it this way. So 19 for 9 piercing and 3 lightning. That hits you at this point, right?
Yes.
Yep, because you have a 17. Okay.
So damage again?
12 total.
12 total. Thank you.
Yep. Second attack. Ooh. Hits you for 9 total.
Is this a new turn, by the way?
Yes. Because you're next.
Okay. This didn't just move in though, so never mind. Okay, very good. No, I get hit if it. Yeah.
It was next to the horse, but it didn't move within range of you. No, it didn't. It was already within range.
Yeah, new turn. I get obviously a reset of a reaction. So
Yep.
Okay, I get hit for how much?
9 more. So that's 12 and 9 so far.
Okay.
And the last one leaps for you, wow, and hits for 13 total.
I am a meat bag. Woo. All
What
right.
did you say to them that they're all just running after you?
I don't know, but I'm down to 9 hit points. So.
Did you know their mom or something?
I started doing yo mama jokes, and they did not appreciate it one bit.
And it is your turn.
They smelled the Scooby Dragon snack in his pocket.
Yeah. We'll do. No, actually, we'll do that one. The one with the vertical box.
So I'll just kind of right. They both have vertical boxes, right? Oh, the vertical box, this one right here.
Yep.
Okay, because that's the only one that hasn't been damaged yet. This one is the most damaged, and the one on the other side is the one with fairy fire on it that you don't have disadvantage to try to hit.
Okay, well then we're gonna do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, do that one.
Yeah, we'll do that one. And so therefore it's a normal roll.
Yep, just a normal
It's
roll.
glowing.
Okay,
And
doesn't
that
matter.
misses.
And that one that I was attacking, that one has. Oh, never mind. I'll do the bonus action. But,
Okay. Oh, and that, yep, the butt of the weapon hits.
Okay. And I will smite.
Okay. Oof. And just you smack it with the butt of the weapon right in the snout. Blood spurts. The flash of energy hits it, and it snarls and sprays saliva
Duck,
off
it's
to the
acidic.
side, and then it turns its head, still standing and looking at you. Blood streaming from its face. All right, Spot. I assume you're staying there, not moving.
Yes.
And you can have advantage, Spot.
Oh, otherwise I can go there, but I was leaving the other spot for Luna.
The war horse works too. The war horse is threatening.
How do you know Alamir's not going to come running up to it?
We know better.
I plan on going the other side anyway.
Yep. You hit and it drops. Right, you punch right through it from behind and snap its neck.
I have 50 feet now, so that was. How far did I move? I was right here, right?
10, 20, 45?
Yeah. So 50 feet, I start sliding underneath the horse.
So I will do this. I know that like Smock was like holding onto the reins, but like the horse is trying to get further away from them and pulling on the reins like as far as it can, trying to get away and neighing and half rearing as these creatures came up to attack Smock.
And the reins are attached to his pommel, right? To Smock's
Yes.
I only got 5 more feet anyways, so yeah, as he reins back, I move up and I'll take my last hit.
Mm-hmm. This is
actually no, I can. I'm gonna. You don't have to move the horse. I'm gonna bonus action.
The horse would do that
step
anyway.
the wind. Yeah. So I get another 50 feet. So I'll move down and around.
Here, I'll move
so
these
that I
little out
have
of the way.
Advantage,
Okay.
which makes it even, right, for my last attack.
Yes, it does.
Nope.
Okay.
But I got Smock to have advantage.
Yeah. And Leosin will move over. Well, the first thing he'll do is he'll step here and attack that very wounded one. And with a normal attack, and doesn't quite break through. We'll try again and hits for 5 points.
I thought you said he had a +5, so the first one wouldn't hit.
Oh, you're right. I wasn't doing his pluses. So the first one would have hit 2. So he hit with both of them and drops him on the second hit.
Does he have pluses to that D8 though too for his dex?
It's +3.
Okay, so 5 and 8.
Yep. So then he'll do his last attack against this one and definitely doesn't hit. Luna.
All right. So which way? Because they moved where I was going to go. So but I'll go right there. And I'll attack that one.
Yep. So it's a normal attack. And that misses.
I got a splinter in my paw as I was running over. And I'm done.
All right, Jinx. There's one left.
I'm not going to kill it. What do I want to do though? I ride up here with the horse and the air horse in tow because I have the air to horse as well, and I'm just I'll try to calm the horse down as I'm sitting there, and
That's what Alamir was gonna do.
Which is animal handling, which won't be the best. 16. I'll take that.
Nice, yeah.
Grab the reins.
And you, I mean, now that the creatures are falling to the ground, lifeless, and there's only the one left surrounded, you come up and say your soothing words, and the creature, still wide-eyed, looking very scared, but begins to stop rearing and let you at least grab its reins.
Yep. And then I will use my bonus action to make the dragon take a D14 strength save. And then if he fails, I'll shove him to one spot over.
Okay.
So I'm shoving one spot to the right 5 feet using the telekinetic shove.
Okay.
And then obviously attack of opportunity from... not attack of opportunity in this case.
Being moved, they don't get an attack of opportunity.
Yep. I just wanted further away from the horse, and I'm hoping the horse would calm,
Yep.
made more calm that way and everything else.
That definitely helps. Yep. Fantastic.
And now Leo is looking at you going, I just got here.
Right.
What the heck? What the heck? We'll just see if this works. We'll do one of these.
Still
You took
within
care
range
of
Leo.
You took care of the horse, so I was gonna do that, but all right. So we'll do one of these, one of these, one of these, 6 of these. It's still at disadvantage, right?
Yes, because you're doing a ranged attack.
Okay, there you go.
All right. Yep.
Done.
And it goes whizzing off over the heads because you couldn't quite get
Under the horse's legs.
You might have hit it, except that just before you released the bolt, it all of a sudden something pushed it off to the side.
I know. Thanks.
Is that it? No movement?
That's it. I'm keeping the horses behind me.
Okay. Hef will attempt again.
All I gotta say is, in the D&D movie, they better have one line that says, "Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's one of those days." They gotta put that in there somewhere.
I get a feeling it's gonna be just like the last Fantastic Four movie, where a lot of the guys are gonna be really sketchy or like really bad, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, at least they did a good job." In this case, instead of the Invisible Woman, it's gonna be the Druid lady, because from what I've seen of the Druid, that looks badass.
Yeah,
Nice.
I agree.
So this last remaining creature was pushed to the side, like is still facing or turns its body to face Smock, lunges forward, looking like it wants to take Smock down in its death throes.
Misses.
And misses.
That's actually fitting.
Such a good build-up that was.
Smock, your turn. You have a normal attack against this creature now.
All right, we go with the glaive. 14 to hit.
Doesn't get through its scales. Very
Yeah,
tough hide.
Does he advantage for being just opposite of on a horse, just opposite of spot?
Yes, but that negates the disadvantage.
Oh, I don't know.
16 to hit.
Nope. 18 is what you need to get through its hide.
I just glare at it with much vigor. And it's glaring. It's ignoring everything else around it and then just glaring and growling at you. Okay.
Spot.
Still across, so I still got normal attack. Why did you have to bounce off the D4 that way?
So first one misses, second one misses.
Yeah, I'm
At
not
least you're
wasting,
consistent.
not wasting key points on things that have like a thing like this. So I'm done.
Leosin will attempt his 3 attacks, so I'm just going to roll them all right up front. And they all miss.
Doesn't he have +5? So with that 13,
I would say 13 would be an 18, right?
Oh, you're right. That's 18. Oh, he hits with the last one. There we go. Thank you. And does 11 points.
Nice.
Pounds. That's one gets a solid hit right aside the jaw. Luna.
Is he going to move up or stay there?
No, he's staying there.
Perfect.
There. And I'm going to munch.
All right. Just a normal attack.
Yeah, that should be
and a crit.
Nice.
Wow. So that's
Told you
actually
munch.
28 damage.
He rolled perfect damage already.
Actually. And what does it look like when this not even bloody, barely
just bites the head
damaged
right off.
creature gets mauled by you?
I grab it, I flip it up, slam it down its back, and just disembowel it.
Yep.
And I'm so excited I'm not a barbarian. I howl in rage. That is awesome.
You caused me to start howling.
All right.
Oh.
We are out of combat as all
Great.
6 of these creatures
Bloodlusting.
lie dead on the ground. Smock's bloodied, torn body sitting on his horse.
Hey, but at least I'm still on the horse, so that's good.
My horse wouldn't like me on it.
Now, if somebody else wants to cast heal on you, I can help them heal you better.
Oh, let me flip
I've
out.
got good hit points.
I'm fine at hit points too.
So how far down Smock? Quite a bit, right?
Check. He opens up his chest of armor and he says, "I'm down 32."
25 hit points down.
All
Yeah,
right,
so if
let
you're
me look
going
here.
to do it, I give you inspiration and you can add a d6 to your healing roll.
When do you get the
All right.
D8?
Not for till like
6
level
or
6,
7,
I think.
right?
Yeah,
Okay, do the
fifth
inspiration
level.
on me.
sure.
And I only got second level's the highest, so Cure Wounds looks like the best one I got.
You're mechanically speaking, you're best off using just the level 1 if you have the slots anyway. They can upcast something else that's more important.
Okay.
I mean, 'Cause you
We
don't
get
get
to
one
go another
d8
fight.
plus 3
Yeah,
or 2d8
Yeah.
plus 3. So
because upcasting doesn't kind of waste
The other one is if you roll pretty
wisdom
good with it,
bonus.
and if you
That's
you
true.
do a single, I could probably do the rest of my lay
There
on
you go.
hands depending how much I
plus
get.
a d6.
So 9 more.
Need another one?
That's total 9 hit points you got. It looks like.
Yeah, I can burn. I can burn enough to get to full and have 2 left over, so I can raise people in combat. So I'm good. I'll use my lay on hands on myself.
I used
Mind you,
well, no, I don't have the healer's kit yet, so it doesn't make a difference.
I can say, mind you, Luna doesn't
I have a healer's
really
kit,
use
but I don't
spells.
Oh, that's true.
I don't have the.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. If you want to burn them, feel free. Yes,
I'll
you have
do
a
a
point.
second one.
Because 20
I
hit
got
point
another
instant in
D6,
combat is
Yep,
pretty
I'll
powerful.
throw our inspiration
Yeah.
that so you can get a full amount.
Okay.
So there you
So
go.
what's
There you
what's
go.
the total?
So that's
Nice.
8
So 12 more.
One more.
or 12 more.
Brilliant.
Yes.
I'm at 30 out of 36. That'll work.
Awesome.
I don't know
There
those
you go.
numbers, what those mean.
I'm feeling decent.
Well,
still got
most
a little bit
people-
of.
Most people say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm feeling like, I'm like a 9, and you're here, you are like, oh, that's 36, a random number out of nowhere.
Yes, these random numbers that just get thrown out.
I'm
there.
at 83.33% feeling good.
I thought it was 83.37.
All right.
I just want you to know I love it. I like that.
So you have these 6 dead carcasses lying lifelessly on the ground around you. The horses are calming down, but they're still still don't like the smell of these creatures.
We pull them. I pull the horses that I have right here away while you guys are doing your stuff and bring them over by half because he's much better and get all the horses kind of together. Which I don't know if it's really a good thing, but at least
one fireball.
Here, Hef will work to there.
Do I think there might be value in any parts of these carcasses?
What's the name of the creature, by the way?
So,
Blue, almost
Anarch-
dragons.
So I mean, technically, so these are bluestone stone gliders, but very unlikely anyone has seen them before. But if anyone would like to roll in who is proficient, which I think is really only Alamir and Jinx in Arcana,
I can give guidance.
and then Luna can roll his dragon knowledge.
Okay, so add a D4 with guidance.
To who you doing it? All 3 of us or just one?
I can if you tell me who and you go sequentially.
Okay. Who wants to
Legitimately
go
speaking,
first?
would it happen like where we would just go sequentially, or would we just like?
So choose one person.
Okay. Who has the best opportunity, or who has the best score, or who has the best ability?
It was probably Alamir.
Okay, so then I would zap Alamir. Add a D4.
You're talking, but you ain't actually saying nothing.
Don't cast it on Alamir. Please don't
Yeah.
cast it
Too
on
late.
Alamir.
Too late.
Yeah.
All right.
You
so
weren't talking, so.
There's a D4. All right. So I got a 10. Woohoo! Jinx and I
10
look at
and
each
10.
other.
You want me to do my dragon?
Yep, go
Okay.
for it.
All right, and I get inspiration on that too.
Nope,
I don't know.
you don't.
Whoa, I
Yeah.
know nothing about this one.
You
No,
hurt yourself.
these. So Jinx and Alamir with a 10.
Together. So it's
You've
20.
never seen these creatures, so your best guess, and especially Alamir, given the dream you had in your trance,
There you
your
go.
experience.
Yeah, I get advantage.
The best that you can do is you have heard of dragon spawn,
Mm-hmm.
and to the best of
In
your
my
knowledge, perhaps like if these creatures were sent by Tiamat, You know that there are various types of creatures, minions that are made from the blood of dragons, magically created by Tiamat and her followers, to serve various roles. And these creatures very obviously look like they have the scales of a blue dragon. And you saw them do lightning damage when they attacked.
Are these
Tom, I gotta
skills
ask you a question.
removable?
They are, but
Not
a
enough
dragon
time.
spawn. A dragon spawn is not going to give you anything that is usable like
Okay.
you would find on a dragon, even a wormling. These are not. These are abominations. They're essentially.
I'd probably pick the best 2 specimens to remove the 2 heads, feet, and tail. So if somebody wants to
Sure.
experiment on them and figure something out, since
You-
I know
you can-
nothing and nobody else knows.
Yeah, you can take the various pieces with you just to show to people to see if someone else knows more about them.
So as they start talking about that, Tom, with my training of In the Way of the Dragon,
Mhm.
I'm not proficient in Arcana. Would I be able to roll something to maybe say anything else that I might know?
Roll a history check. You can't do Arcana, but go ahead and roll a history check.
It's still a +0 either way, so
Mm-hmm.
14
Yeah, the DC for you on that
Give him
was
guidance.
was much higher. Yeah, which is okay. I wasn't telling him I was doing it. I was just rattling through my head like, do I know anything? Yeah, I don't really know anything more than that either. So
yeah,
that's fine.
No, nothing that you can remember. So, all right. What do you guys want to do at this point? You've grabbed a few pieces of these.
Jump on the horses.
The question is, I mean, do you guys think that they were sent after us?
Oh yeah.
Because this isn't a typical creature of the area, is it? I look at Luna because he's the wilderness guy.
I'm shaking my head saying I've never seen these before and I know nothing about them. There's something new for me.
The knowing you know nothing is something.
Yep. And that's unusual.
Okay.
How about you, Smock? Have you ever seen them?
Nope.
Okay.
We do take notes on the tactics that we observed and all that, and we'll pass that on with the specimens.
Nice.
Okay. All right. You travel. I assume you want to it's around lunchtime now, but are you want to just have lunch here, or you want to move on for a bit before you stop?
Do we want to move on a little bit before we? How far are we from town?
Oh, you are days. You have 2.5 days to go. Or wait, one and a half. You're halfway.
Yeah.
I think we just need to trudge forward until it's time to take a rest or camp or whatever, and
Yeah, I'm good
kind
with
of go
that.
from there.
Yep.
Okay. So you move off a ways, you camp, and the sounds begin to slowly return around you to the rolling grasslands. Sounds of birds and insects and the like.
On a note, we're gonna kind of keep a mental note of the sound of the surrounding area from now on, because obviously, that might lead to more of these. And if we see an attack like that happens again, and our attack like this happens again, we'll at least know what it's always coming that way.
Excellent. So you have.
Do we have enough time to have another leader's speech while we're writing?
If we have a short rest, yes.
I can do that.
You definitely, you can take a short, definitely get a short rest while you eat lunch.
Okay. I will
Let's hear
inspire
Rousey
the team
speech.
with but Tales of Bahamut. Yada yada. Tales of Bahamut.
So we're taking a short rest. Okay.
I think we all lost some hit points.
Yes.
Nope, I didn't.
So that'd be 7 on top.
Well, if you're healing, what's the hit dice for 7 for?
Because I was using a short rest to use a hit die. I was half health almost, so I'm healing up. That's why I was asking.
I thought you were talking about that because if you would, then I would use a Song of Rest too, which would give you an extra d6. I didn't realize you were talking like that.
Well, that's fine. That roll it. Tell me what it is, if that's what you would be doing.
Yeah. I would always use that.
Because I didn't get up to max with my 6.
And then in that case, I'll use one
additional
die
4.
just to top off. I'll use a die.
Another
Yes.
4. That gets me up to max.
Okay. After your short rest, you continue on, heading north, heading towards the light in the sky that keeps getting a little brighter and a little brighter. And then until you find a spot to camp for the night.
So
And-
with that light, can we clearly see around us then, I'm assuming?
No, not it's only directly around the city that it creates a that bright a light. How does it do that?
Otherwise,
I
it's
take-
like, so it's not like a moon in the sky or anything, or a
No,
beacon in any way.
because it
Okay.
sits right over the city. It's not that high up like the sun. It's really low to the horizon.
I take that
like-
horse and I tie it up to a tree and then I go sit by the fire.
So you can see it from the surrounding lands from around 2 to 2.5 days travel away, but it only really brightens, creates daylight in the immediate vicinity, like within a quarter mile, half mile of the city. Twilight within a mile.
Basically, the methane produced by the cows, horses, and orcs. Light reflecting off that, right? So would that be called smog too?
Nope, because that's particles in the air, not light. So you make camp, and you bed down for the evening. And Alamir, I assume you're going to have the same. Are you going to have the same order, same people doing?
Yep. Sounds great.
Okay.
Do we want somebody to cover with Alamir? Since well, no, he don't need it. That's right.
No. And did Alamir, did you tell anyone about your dream the night before?
Yes, he did.
He did. Okay.
He asked us all about it and if we had any bad dreams and everything else. And he also, that's how we discussed about putting a bag over his head so they couldn't spy on us. And he's talking, but you can't hear him because he's muted.
Shut up. And then then I invoked the little dragonlings to come attack us. Apparently,
He
Okay.
invoked him. I'm not
I
traveling
invoked
with him anymore.
so yeah, I'm gonna take that watch again. Didn't scare me at all.
Smock, you have first watch. Go ahead and roll 2d20 for or 2d10 for me, please.
If we can only find that little cube that turns into a fortress for us.
Excellent. Okay, the Smock and Hef have an uneventful watch. Luna, roll 2d10 for me, please. Okay, and Luna has an uneventful watch. And Alamir, roll 2d10 for me, please. and Alamir's watch goes uneventful. And you all wake up in the morning. Alamir, you did not have your trance was not as restful as normal, but you did not have a recurrence of that same vision.
Gotcha.
All right, and you head out the next day. The weather, it is overcast again and rainy. A little bit cooler, around 50 degrees, and it rains throughout the day. But you clearly can see the light of El Terrell shining in the sky. And by the end of the day, as the sun is beginning to set off in the distance, it is still stays light in front of you as you begin to see the skyline of the city of El Terrell.
What a beautiful
Nice.
city this is. Look at that city.
Nice.
It's beautiful. It's magnificent.
Yes.
There is, and you are on the south side of it, across the river. So you are south, approaching the bridge, the south side of the bridge on the bottom here. Right? Did I move you guys over? Yes, I did. Okay. And as you approach that south side of the bridge, you see some guards, and standing quietly by the guards. And there are, and you are approaching, there's a road. You're coming upon a road, the road that, passes El Terrell and heads towards Baldur's Gate, here on the south side of the river. And you see standing next to the gate a gold elf who begins walking towards you. Smock and Spot, you both recognize Lady Silith from your various times. Smock from your recent training.
I bow.
And she comes walking forward and waves to you as you walk up. Well, welcome you all. I'm so glad that you have made it. No troubles on the road?
Well, if we were on a road, no, there would have been no troubles.
Pretty
definitely.
smooth sailing overall.
Definitely no troubles on the road.
Troubles
Just need
in
to get to see
the brush,
Antar,
maybe.
Yeah, Antar Froome. Need to get to him reasonably quickly. Is he in his usual location, the pair of black antlers?
Yes, he is. Please, let us go into the city. And she goes over and grabs a horse, a riding horse from one of the guards, and bows to her and gets up on it and rides into the city with you. And over here where the red, over on the eastern edge, northeast of Shara's Market, you see, you make your way there and come to the inn.
And then I do reveal, as we're going through, the gauntleted hand on a little emblem. And then I also reveal my holy symbol and make sure it's seen. So,
and as you walk through the city and showing the emblems, there are people who see and recognize it, and some who nod or who bow and give acknowledgement to you for being one of the protectors of the city and in the local region. It's even though it's coming up on dinner time, it is the city is pretty it's pretty busy, but you can see it is incredibly orderly. and for everyone, as I said, has passed through here at one time or another, and you know that the current leader of the city is a devout follower of Torm, and the laws of the city are relatively strict. So there's not a lot of
Mischief.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, basically anything that is any crimes or that's done in the city, or if you are caught, you are punished relatively severely.
So Jinx, mind your P's and Q's here.
I look at you and I'm like, me?
Alamir puts the pie back in the windowsill.
Oh, okay. So, is there any people that are we walking through? Are we on our horses or we're off our horses?
You're on your horses, I was assumed to get there.
Okay, so he says that, and then as we're walking past, if there's anybody that Smock comes near, as far as civilians or whatever, whatever they have on them, a piece lifts and it kind of lands on top of the back of his horse, using my invisible mage hand.
Oh, you're taking some of their items and putting them on his horse?
Yeah, after he made that comment, if there was a piece if they had like a basket or the flour, it would grab the flour and just kind of top it on his horse. Like
He just can't help himself. He just can't help himself.
Hey, I was innocent until you said that. But you don't know.
Or
you don't
were you?
Because there's no. It doesn't use any voice or somatic components, and it's invisible.
Mm-hmm. So the first time that happens, like the person is, hey, who's doing that? Give me that back. They come rushing over to you, Smock, on your horse. That's mine. What are you doing?
I hand it to him. I say, I don't know how it got here. I'm sorry.
It just flew through the air.
That's what all criminals would say.
Jinx, knock it off.
And you get to the tavern. So you get to the pair of black antlers, and actually, I think I still have everybody. I'm just going to let's do something here. Inside the pair of black antlers. Let's see if I can just do this. Paste. Everybody here? Oh, look at that! Everybody's still here.
I like it.
Yes. So everybody, if you didn't already, take a long rest. There we go. And get off everybody's horses. Your horses will all be taken care of in the stables, which are somewhere off to the side.
So we lose our temporary hit points because we had a long rest.
Yeah. Everybody. Start of each day, I assume you start off with temporary hit points.
Yeah.
If he did the speech, yes.
Yep.
Yes. And I'll do better on speeches. I'll be ready.
This what, 8 or 9 temp?
All right.
7.
So
7.
It's level plus your modifier.
He's always trying to up it all the time.
I'm innocent. I don't know what you're talking about.
At least he's not trying to gain level.
Yeah, right?
Nope,
He's
that's
not
the
a tool
wizard
like
that's
that.
always trying to do that.
I pinched hits when he wasn't there.
So Lady Sylith takes you into the place. There's a few, even though it's dinner time, so it's busy. So there are the table. There's somebody at all but a couple of the tables. These blue lights that you see around you, and yes, that large table in the back. She takes you back there, and there is a gentleman there dressed with the symbol of Torm, and he is introduced to you as Anthar Froom. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please have a seat. Welcome to
This is a fine establishment you got here.
yes. And off in the on the one side behind the bar, you see these humongous antlers, over 20 feet wide.
I don't see it from where I'm sitting.
Huh?
I see the kitchen.
Right. Well, when you walked in,
Yeah,
you definitely
yeah.
saw it.
Get a privy. Pretty sure it's a privy.
Yep.
That's what it looks like. It sure is. Yep, right inside. You don't have to go outside.
Those antlers look like they're 25 feet
Right
wide.
by the kitchen too.
Yeah,
So-
right. 25 feet wide. Damn.
Convenient for the cook.
Here. Well, we'll leave
That's
these
what this
spots on
pot's
the
for.
end for
That's the secret sauce right there.
Broom and Lady Scylla.
As we rode
No,
through this town, did I
That's
notice
the
anyone
secret sauce?
that might be associated with the Emerald Enclave
No, you didn't.
or anyone I might know? Okay.
Emerald Enclave doesn't spend a lot of time in cities in general.
I know.
But yeah, so Anthar and Lee, so Anthar and Lady Scylla, they sit down, they order drinks, they order food. Please, anything you want. It's good that you are here. I've heard much of your exploits and endeavors in Greenest, and the work you have done there is amazing, incredible, very impressive. And he asks, as you eat, he asks for like your own version of the tales and the stuff for the things that you accomplished in Greenest and at the camp.
I will overhype what Spot's contribution was. Taking him down with one shot, and just making everything that Spot did like 10 times better than it probably was.
So, and in general, like what stories do you tell them?
I tell him about Spot and his ability to one hit the young Drakelings. I don't know if you actually killed any, but I'm going to go with it anyway. And Hef's amazing
Spot or
archery
Spot?
skills.
You talking Spot?
No,
or
Spot. Yeah, Spot.
Spot. Very good.
Yep, I know. And then Hef's amazing archery skills as he took out some of the individuals while we were at that camp.
Do you got a little jingle that all this goes with,
No, I don't
Bard
have
tales?
I don't go ahead and do the song. I literally just tell the story about it.
So you're reciting poetry.
Spot the legend.
Yes, Spot is a legend. It's a 27 for the.
I wasn't even
persuade
here
him.
last time. I don't know what you
Fists
mean.
of Fury.
This
know
is
nothing.
completely. Yeah, you didn't. You really did. But you didn't die.
Would that be
I-
deception or a performance check?
I do jump in and make sure and
Either way,
share with
it's the same
Anthar
scores.
that I'm very proud of Hef's progress, and perhaps he could use some guidance in the ways of fighter warrior.
So, well, young Hef, that's quite a accolade coming from Smock here. I think we can find someone to give you some training while you're here. Would you? As soon as you're done eating, I will have my squire take you out and introduce you to someone if you would like. And Hef nods and says yes. So yes, sir. And that sounds great.
And I tell Hef to listen well, train hard, and someday he can become a part of the order.
I'll lean over and
Thank you,
whisper
sir.
at Hef. Tell him, be careful. They might beat you. Don't be surprised.
That's
I will.
a few bruises as part of training is normal. There's no beatings beyond that. and then Hef will. Yep. So the squire whose name is Rosvask, comes and takes Hef and takes him outside, and they go off to do some training.
I do mention I have some specimens at some point somebody may need to see.
Oh, what is it? Well, what is it that you want to show us?
I tell them about the two new creatures of the spawns. They're not blue dragons, but they're something I never saw. Talk to them about the tactics, and then
Lady
mention
Scylla
I have.
leans forward and says, "Please, please, Luna, can you just show part of one of the heads, if you would, please?"
I go out to the horses and I get the sack, and if she wants to go out with me, so I don't bring it in.
And she and actually Antar Froome will go with you and her, and they go and they take a look, and she goes, "Oh my."
And then I show them the dragon heads, and I explain to them I decapitated them so they can't be revived, and in case there's somebody here that can use the components.
Yes, possibly there are many uses. These should be taken care of immediately. And Antar Froome calls over a couple of heavy armored knights, come over and grab the bags and nod and go take them away under the direction of actually Lady Syl asked them to take them to the temple, and they go.
On the new creatures that we just saw, I asked them if they have any ideas about them, since I don't have any knowledge.
Yes, I most certainly do. But let's go back and talk inside.
Sounds good. I got rid of the character. I got rid of the carcasses. I'm happy.
Oh,
You go back in and sit down.
If we're inside, well, they were out there. That one guy was still in the place with us, right?
Which guy?
Leosin? No, because you said you sent one guy outside, right? Somebody went outside with him.
With Hef,
went outside
yes.
with him. Who went outside with Hef?
Hef went outside with Antar,
the
squire.
He's training.
And Antar, was he the one that was still inside, and somebody else went outside with him to get the bag, or did
Antar and Lady Sylith both went with Luna to look at the dragon pieces.
Okay, when he gets back, I'm like, Elmer, don't forget to tell him about your dream.
They're not back yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So Lady Sylith sits down, and she goes and she leans in and she goes, "This," and Antar and she goes, "Antar, is it extra safe?" And he looks around the room and he goes, "Yeah, no one in here now except my men, people we can trust, and no one's going to listen in on us."
They're all hiding. Got it.
And then we spill the whole beans of the whole trip, including the notes,
the dream.
The dream, everything. We let it all loose.
And I think that's why Tiamat was following us, because he has a spy on Alamir.
So wait a minute.
Actually, yes. So Alamir, it sounds as if. Now, do you tell enough, Alamir? Do you explain the aspect of the dream, your experience?
I don't. That part I do not. I keep the. No, I do tell them that yes, I had a slight issue with my wizard training, and that I was trapped inside an illusion. But in that illusion, Tiamat never showed up. It was only the green wormling, but I know it was from the first. It was derived from the first level of hell, and that Tiamat is new, and I don't know how Tiamat works into all this.
Well, that's probably because Tiamat rules the first level of hell.
Nice to know.
What?
And she is both trapped there and its ruler.
But that's why they're trying to get her free.
The plot thickens.
The creatures that attacked you are indeed dragon spawn. They are blue spawn. What was it called? Blue spawn stone gliders. They are trackers. If any of you are close by, they would be able to track any of you. Actually, there's a stench upon all of you. Some of you more than others, and she looks right at Smock.
Smock, is that why they like you so much? I told you to take a shower last week.
It is not something you can wash away. Dragons are magical creatures. And even if you are just in the vicinity, the close by when they are killed, that aura, the magical emanations coming off of their that are created by their death, saturate the mystical energies, the soul that lives within each and every one of us.
So when he killed the black dragons, he got the extra attention.
Those who give the killing blow gain a greater level of saturation. Yes. I can tell, and she goes, the four of you, Luna, Jinx, Spot, Alamir, have some lingering stench of a much older death. Does that make sense?
And we explain the older death.
That smell nothing bad.
How we helped kill the wormling in our youth.
That's right. That was so long ago. That was like 10 years ago.
Is this something that there's a way we can cleanse this off or mask us to make it harder for them to track us as we're at some point potentially tracking them?
Unfortunately, no. It is something that it is not strong enough right now for someone to track you with it. They'd have to get really close in order to sense or smell it. And other dragons or dragon spawn and especially dragons will be able to smell it on you.
Well, is there any way we can where we can go, what we can get to help defeat these dragons spawn or the dragons easier, since it seems like we're going to be messing around with these things for a while?
Well, I don't think, like I said, they cannot track you by it, and they will sense it if it's close, but it does not. It's not something that they can use to find you.
I think what he's trying to ask is there any additional training or knowledge that may help us defeat them, since we know, this is something we'll live with.
What we're looking for.
Yeah. We're going after them anyway.
Nothing special knowledge of any knowledge you can gain about the weaknesses of specific dragons and and their spawn would, of course, help. But that's beyond that. Martial abilities, magic, the things that you already do, just becoming better at them will help protect you. In the meantime, we cannot. I do believe that they are, in fact, tracking you through Alamir. If there is some kind of connection to you that Tiamat has, I believe that connection is strong enough that she will know exactly where you are upon this plane. We must.
Sorry, guys.
We can use that to our advantage.
Is there a magical blocking mechanism? A ring?
There
Crown?
are
Something?
means. I shall acquire
Spell
something
magic is suppression, isn't it?
that can help. I shall have something brought before you go to bed tonight.
With my ASMR background, when she starts talking about the planes, anything from my past knowledge from ASMR kind of stand out to me.
No, I mean, you really the basics
Yes.
of the higher planes, but that's really it, because you didn't grow up.
Yes.
didn't
I
spend
had
that,
to escape.
Yeah, I mean, so you've been to 3 different planes in your life, lived in 3 different planes, but that does, and this is in relation to
The different, and I
the
haven't
9
done.
hells.
Yeah.
The lady who's talking about all this, and I'm assuming it's her that's talking about it. That's mentioning all the stuff. That's she seems pretty
Yes.
wise. I kind of move over. I don't know where she's standing in this whole block, but I kind of move over and I get closer.
She's on this corner next to Alamir.
Perfect. I stand right next to her, and right on the table right next to her, I pull a dagger out and I set it on the table and ask her, "Have you ever seen this?" And I pull out the dagger of Valeris.
Interesting.
Is this the one I stood on long years ago?
Yes, 10 years ago.
I recognized it.
I'm afraid no. I've never seen anything like this before. Do you know anything about it?
Just as she says that, I quickly, sleight of hand or whatever I do, I just quickly, pocket it away and cover it up. And I'm like, no, but it was from the time that we first met, we first had this issue with the dragon thing, and a little tear comes to my eye, and I don't say another word, and I just walk back and I sit down and kind of go off into my own little world.
I did not see any specific markings or anything related to dragonkind on it. Perhaps it was just something held by someone or part of a dragon horde, or
I explained to her it was used to kill his brother, and if I remember correctly, it took his soul or something, right?
And at that, I actually walk away because I say something like, "He's not gone," and I walk away.
And he still looks for him.
And then Alamir, do you have you been in this city a lot? Have you explored the libraries or the research places here? You're muted.
Most likely the libraries, yes. Also,
Okay.
this is definitely part of the merchant trade route. So I would have been here multiple times. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have access to the Order of Gauntlet archives?
That's something that Tom has to, if my actual background allows it.
Because if he didn't, I would. Yeah, if he didn't, I would suggest that, to Anthar that maybe he could use that.
Right, and as a cloistered scholar, I do have access to other libraries within the libraries, but that's up to Tom.
So this conversation is going to be a little bit of more of a conversation, and it is 11:01,
Pat.
or 10:01 there. So let's go ahead and we'll just stop here, and this gives
Sounds
us gives you a kind of the week to think about what you're looking to find out, what you're looking to do, and there's additional things. So I will just to part of the conversation that we will have in full is that you have the caravan that is still 17 days from reaching Baldur's Gate. What your organizations, including Luna's, because there is someone that you can talk to in the city, would like you to think about is discovering the final destination for the treasure, like not just a name, but is that where they're taking it? Is that the final destination? What is it going to be used for? This is a lot of, and they know, and Froome says he knows of a lot more raids and groups and gathering of wealth all over Faerun, from this section in the south to the middle, to the far north, all the way up to the ice to the spine of the world. What is all of this gathering of wealth doing? Where is it going? What are they going to do with it? And also, what about the cult's new leadership and the relationship with Tiamat? And if it exists, is there something that hasn't been found yet, a connection to the Church of Tiamat? These are all questions that are important. And also, and now that with what Leeson found out, why are they also seeming to work with the Red Wizards? So these are the type of things that they want you to think about doing, to think about how you might go about doing that. Joining the caravan in Baldur's Gate is one way, or trying to go off and on your own and find other places, is another way. But you already have this connection to, some of the people in the caravan. You may be able to connect up and travel with it and learn more, similar to how you learned information in the cult camp. Or you could try to capture people, or you just try to go to the Castle Nereatar first, or go to other places and research, like Candlekeep, etc. Talk to other people. These are all things that you could think about, avenues that you could take to try to help gather more information. So things to think about this week for our conversation next session. Any questions anyone has of me before we stop for the night?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. Thank you all very much. And thank you all, everyone, for watching episode 18. Thank you and good night. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Night.